Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video, higher levels of sex.
This episode is sponsored by the Oracle of Khemsa Nu, the new novel by Master Yao and Yamache Morris. The new age has come. The powerful 9 deities of the Tree of Life have commanded the elementals to help restore Earth from ruin. New races of man are born from fire, earth, air, and water, each with a special mission, especially the Asuo race. They are tasked with restoring the Oracle portal connecting the Earth to the ancestor sphere of Asamando. Failure will bring the dreaded convergence of fate worse than death, but the Great Spirit is kind. And in success, man stands to experience 1,000 years of paradise. But will humanity accept the offer? This novel has story elements ranging from science fiction to fantasy to the supernatural. The scope of the action is expansive with great characters, fight scenes, eroticism, and thought-provoking metaphysics. There is even subtle commentary on real-life issues. I highly recommend this book. A link to purchase this epic novel is in the description box.
Yeah, higher levels of sex. Now understand something, even though a lot of people will refer to me as a dating coach, it's more accurate to say a sex coach. Now the part I focus on the most is more seduction, sexual seduction. That's a big reason why I do talk about the body game, because it's the primary means for a man to turn on a woman sexually. Just like it's a primary means of a woman to turn on a man sexually. So that's just how it is. We can't get past that. And that's what I focus on the surface. But then when we go deeper, I get more into some dynamics. And even deeper than that, there's levels within levels, circles within circles of what I teach. And my thing is ultimately more the higher levels of sex. We're talking Tantra. We're talking the Kama Sutra. We're talking stuff like Kunyaza. We're talking stuff about making a woman having an orgasm without touching her. And I've actually mentioned some of the books, and on my Connect Pal site, I've had webinars dealing with that and have brought in other people. Like, I gotta give a shout out to this brother Habib Akande, who wrote about kunyatsa, and this is from Africa. It's about making a woman squirt. It's about making a woman squirt. Trust me, it's powerful. And you gotta check out the Kama Sutra. You gotta check that out. Because one thing about that gets more into the dynamics, some other stuff you can do. It's even greater than positions. That's only a small part of it. But there's other stuff to really enhance the sexual experience. In my book, Sexual Chemistry, I got a very specific way that I present for a man to make that woman holler. And it starts way before you get in the bedroom. And of course, I've been doing some advertisements for Master Yao's latest works of fiction, but his main thing is taking it to another level. So Holy Grail of Orgasm, and he really gets into some stuff. See, I'm gonna tell you something now with sex out here. For the most part, it's lousy. The overwhelming majority of women don't have orgasms. And I'm gonna hit y'all with something deep. Most men don't have orgasms either. Now I know guys say, well, we're coming now. Ejaculation and orgasm within a man are two different things. Like, women can ejaculate but don't have an orgasm. That's not really an orgasm. You just ejaculating. A true orgasm is a contraction of your prostate. That's the thing. It's the contraction of it. You feel it in your body. Indeed, a man can have multiple orgasms, but don't ejaculate. That's really true semen retention. A lot of guys think semen retention is just not jacking off anything. That's all that is, not jacking off. True semen retention, you could have sex with a woman raw, no condom or anything, and hold your seed. Hold your seed. Think about that. You up in a woman, you could be up in a woman for an hour and you just feeling the pleasure. You having those orgasms within yourself, but you recycling that energy, so you getting a double thing. You holding your seed, and you getting maximum pleasure, and you getting you still having an orgasm. You still having that good feeling. You still having that good feeling and everything. Indeed, at some level, that's the ultimate feeling. Think about raw sex without ejaculating. Think about it. Now, of course, that's a certain level. You gotta have a certain trust for the woman. In general, still wrap up unless you have a general idea and test results that this woman, doesn't have anything. And there's a higher level there, even with that. But I'm still looking into that one, where you can still be unprotected. I'm still looking into that one. But anyway, that's what that is. But that's a higher level. And that's just one thing. If you talk about tantra, think about something, you dealing with a woman and you giving her multiple orgasms. What does that do? That hooks her into you better than anything else. You can have all the money in the world, do all this nice stuff for her, but you make her holler. You make her holler. That'll get her hooked on you better than anything. That'll get her addicted. And just different techniques, and just fun though. Just fun, because the average man only lasts about 3 minutes. Now, some doctors say it about, some shows say about 5 minutes, but think about it. Fellas, you got that woman, she got that killer body. Killer body, just nice. Like, you could just lay her on the bed and just shine your light on her. Well, that's another technique too. You can probably make her holler. Just look at her. It's just shine your light on her. Right? You want to just be in there just for 5 minutes? Think about it. Just for 5 minutes. Shit. You want that shit to last long. You want to just get that feeling. That's like smoking that J and just, you just get that high. And especially, you know how to do true semen retention too. You can hold that seed. And this ain't saying you can hold totally, you got a condom on, you still let loose in her. Or if you're in a relationship, like say you married and stuff, you try and create a baby, you can give her your seed. Indeed, a tantra master, it's an honor for a woman to get a tantra master seed, because he's so good at holding his seed while having sex. I'm gonna say that again, for the semen retention crew, true semen retention is mean you can go in that one without ejaculating. But that's a higher level. You can bring her to pleasure without touching her. That's something Master Yao teaches. And also a shout out to this brother Shatam Nidiyama. These are the ones really introduced it in this, in this general area. It's like you don't even need to touch them. And that's the nature of women, because you understand the real nature of a woman. A woman can have an orgasm without you penetrating her. And then, there's some other Eastern stuff like from the Tao, the sets of 9. Now, the sets of 9 are simple. Basically, when you penetrate the woman, you don't go all the way in. When you penetrate the woman, you just stick the head in. Like the old school brothers used to say, just stick the head in. But you just stick the head in 9 times. It's like 9 times. When you get to number 10, after you did that first 9 times, all the way in, nice little thrust, all the way in, get the whole thing in. Slide it out, do it slow. Slide it out. 8 shallow thrust, 2 long ones. 7 shallow thrust, 3 long ones, and just count down. And one is a lot of strokes, but I'm gonna tell you why that drives a woman crazy. Her G spot is only 1 inch in. That's actually her most sensitive part. That's why those old school guys, they knew that. They weren't deep and they weren't talking about tantra or anything. And forgive me. Sometimes I say tantra, sometimes I say tantra, tomato. Look, anyway, that's why they knew it, because that's the most sensitive area of a woman's vaginal region. Of course, the clit, but that dealing with the clit deals more with kunyata. But I'm saying, you get it in there. That's where that G spot is up close. You stimulate that, boom. She gonna give you that look. She gonna look up at you like, damn. Like fellas, you ever had that woman, you could be hitting it from the back and you just like tearing it up and stuff and it feeling so good. She should have stopped and turn around and look back at you. Be like, just stop. That's one thing, just real quick. If you having sex with a woman, you gotta get that one point where she just stop and look at you. She just stop. She could be, and she just looking at you. That's when she really see you. And then, trust me, after that look, though, she might be levitating or something. You get her levitating, and she be like trying to put her head on a pillow, and you be like, baby, you don't need this. She's still levitating. Speaking in tongues. But you want to get that higher level. And I'm going to tell you what, it's good, not just for satisfying the woman, but actually satisfying yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you what, and any guy who actually really has sex, really good sex, one of the biggest things is what it do for your ego when she holler. Like legit, not faking either. Not faking. She having you watching her have that orgasm and stuff. In fact, you get a scared look on your face, because a really good orgasm, oh shoot. She put that ka-clink on, or at least a vaginal orgasm. It's about 14 orgasms. So, hey, you want to deal with that higher level, or you want to get there. And like I said, if it's just for yourself, just more enjoyable. 5 minutes is nothing. You better off pulling your own stuff. Shoot, you want to be up in there to the point you just stop because shoot, you done took her to that 9th level orgasm. She can't go anymore. We won't get there. We won't talk about that. Y'all gotta look that one up. Shoot. And shoot. In fact, I'm gonna throw this out there. I ain't gonna explain it. If somebody asks me in the comments, I'm not gonna explain it. You wanna get it to that point, she's speaking in tongues. I'm serious. I ain't gonna explain. There's some other stuff. There's some esoteric stuff in there. So anyway, that's when you get her to that point. That's 9. That goes beyond. In fact, that goes beyond what publicly they say is the 9th level. All right, just saying. So anyway, higher levels of sex. So anyway, y'all, I want y'all to look into all of that stuff. Just seriously look into it if you really want to take it. And if you want to do that porn star friction sex, okay, well, go for it. But think about it. Think about it. You get that higher level, you feeling better. She's addicted. And shoot, she'll get up and make you that sandwich after a couple hours. Because if you're doing it right, she shouldn't be able to get up right away. I'm just saying. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.
Purchase the novel, The Oracle of Khemsa Nu, and check out the world of Khemsa Nu at oraclekhemsanu.com.